Hello everybody, Toast Bomb here today to show you guys how to do S1, S2 on Halo 3 on Guardian. Now, S1, S2 is a pretty tough jump, and one of the reasons it's so hard to do is that it's really tough to practice because the consequence of failing it is death. So if you mess it up, you're gonna die, then you have to wait for respawn, then you're gonna respawn somewhere on the map, and then you have to run back bottom mid so you can try the jump again. So that's why the best way to practice it is to set up a map like I have here. As you can see, I have two teleporters that are a little bit lower from where I'm jumping, so if I mess it up, I'll fall right through the teleporters and I'll reset right under bottom mid, ready to try the trick again. And then also what I've done is I've deleted all of the respawn points on the map, and I only have one respawn point, bottom mid, right next to the teleporter. So if I somehow do miss those teleporters, which has happened a few times, then I'll respawn right there, bottom mid, and I won't have to do any extra walking at all. Now, if you don't want to take the time to make one of those maps, then you can download it from my file share, and if you don't know how to look at other people's file shares, then look at my video that tells you exactly how to do that. But anyways, let's get into the trick. So what do you need to do for S1, S2? Well, the number one thing is timing of the jump. This is the most crucial thing, and it's something that people don't focus on. Most people only focus on the second half of the trick, where they're already in the air and they're trying to get up to the spot. But that's really not a large part of it. If you jump in the correct area, you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to make it. Now, where you need to jump is just past the second black line that is on the railing. And the reason you need to jump so late is because the whole reason that this trick works isn't because you're jumping in a very specific spot so you can make it up to S2. It's because you're transferring your forward momentum into upward momentum by sliding up the tree. Because that tree trunk that you're running into is actually slightly slanted. So if you have momentum forward, then when you hit that, you're going to slide up a little bit. And if you time it correctly, you're going to slide up it very smoothly and keep a lot of your upward momentum that you've gained from your jump. Now, one thing that you can do wrong when you're trying this trick is jumping a little bit too far to the left, because on the outside of the railing it sort of slants down, the corner is kind of cut off, and you need to jump on the flat part. You can't jump on that 45-degree slanted angle part because you won't have enough height. Maybe you could be a little bit off, but it's just better to stay on the flat part. So if you feel yourself dipping before you jump, then you know that you're getting onto that slanted part and you need to be a little bit more to the right. Now, in terms of the angle you need to take, it's really not that specific. You can't go all the way to the right because otherwise you'll either hit your head or you won't slide up the tree good enough. But as long as you're a little bit to the left of the ending of the railing and you're not super far left, like you can go out pretty far, like probably a third of the tree or maybe even more, you can aim over there and still slide up and make it. So really just experiment with that, and whatever ends up feeling good for you, do that, because as far as I can tell, there really doesn't seem to be any benefit or drawbacks to either side. It's just all about the timing of the jump. Now, after you get that timing of the jump good, right after your jump, you're going to need to crouch. And this is going to allow you to slide up that tree much better. Now, just a little bit after you hit the tree, what you need to do is pump your feet. So you need to unclick crouch and then crouch back again. And it's very quick. You're not leaving out your legs for a long time. You're just unclicking and then re-clicking back in right away. And what that does is gives you even more momentum upward, just slightly more, because you're kind of almost pushing your legs off the tree, because when you're in the air and you're crouching, you're kind of tucked in. So when you uncrouch, your legs spring out. And when you're on a slightly slanted surface, it allows you to just get a little bit more height. Now also, this entire time while you're jumping into this and you're crouching and you're uncrouching, all of that stuff, you're gonna need to keep holding forward so you can continue your momentum into the tree and get as much height as possible. Now, after you re-click in the stick, start turning your stick to the right, or you can also continue holding forward but look to the right, and then that will start shifting your momentum over so that you can make it up onto S2. You do also get aided by the curvature of the tree, because the tree curves in such a way that when you slide up it sort of pushes you over to the side, but you also want to make sure that you are holding right just to guarantee that you do make it up. And that's it. Just try to get very solid positioning for your jump. Right after you jump, crouch, and if you feel yourself gliding up, then you know you're doing it right, and then you can start trying to add the uncrouch and re-crouch and then turning the stick. And remember, it is a hard jump. It's hard for a lot of people. It was hard for me. It took me a long time to get it, so don't give up on it. Just try this map and drill it for a while until you start getting it consistently. But once you do get it, once you do get the feel and build up that muscle memory, it doesn't end up being that big of a deal. But remember, it is pretty difficult at the start, so just don't give up. But anyways, that'll be it for this one. If you liked it, you can leave a like or a comment, or you could subscribe, because I post new Halo videos every day. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.